bound. Before I go any further, I want to clearly state this from the start. Loving Jesus does not make you immune to mental or emotional battles, and struggling mentally does not mean that you are weak in faith. The Bible tells us in 2 Corinthians 10 verse 3 to 5 that for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war according to the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty in God for pulling down strongholds, bringing every thought into captivity to the obedience of Christ. This tells us something very important, that there is a battle, and a lot of it happens in the mind. I'm also not speaking as someone who has this all figured out from a distance or from research. I speak as someone who has lived through trauma, mental illnesses, therapy, medication, and who has also experienced God's love, healing power, and deliverance. So if you've ever felt stuck, if you have ever wondered, why am I still struggling? Then this conversation is for you. To start off, I'm going to look at the mind as a battlefield. Rather, the mind is a battlefield. The enemy knows something very important. He cannot steal your salvation, but he can attempt to steal your peace, your clarity, your purpose, your identity, and effectiveness. Scripture tells us in Ephesians 6 verse 12 that for we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against rulers, authorities, and spiritual forces of evil. That means that your battle is not just emotional, not just psychological, it is also spiritual. What trauma does is that it creates wounds. And these wounds, when left unhealed, they become entry points for lies. For example, rejection would become I'm not lovable. Abuse becomes I deserved it or it's my fault. Abandonment may be God won't stay or people won't stay. Failure becomes I will never change. These are not just thoughts, they become beliefs.